In this video, I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite coffee alternatives to help you kick that addiction. Welcome back, ladies. For those of you who haven't met me before, my name's Tabitha. I'm here to help all you busy ladies juggling jobs, careers, kiddos with no real time to exercise. I'm going to give you exercise tips, tricks, routines, and even product reviews to help make fitness a part of your life. But today I'm going to talk to you guys about my top 3, my absolute favorite coffee alternatives. So if you're pregnant, if you're trying to kick that coffee addiction, you have still something warm and savory to drink in the morning. So the first and easiest alternative I'm going to show you, ladies, is chai tea. So I absolutely love this spiced chai. This is, to me, my favorite version. I don't buy the pre-boxed versions, and I really haven't found a good recipe to making my own chai tea at home. So the Trader Joe chai tea is my absolute favorite chai tea. So let me walk you in how I make it into a delicious chai tea latte. I always leave an extra room from the water, and we are going to heat this water. My favorite, well, one of my favorites, because of course I have 3 favorites. So I only added vanilla unsweetened coconut milk in this. Sometimes, depending on my mood, I might add vanilla coconut creamer. It's by So Delicious as well. I'll post a picture of the creamer up here, but that one has a little bit of sweetener in it. I think it's too sweet to just do that creamer in itself. I really like the unsweetened flavor in it because things that are too sweet are not my cup of tea. So, no pun intended, but you could also, I do like my chai tea a lot more creamy. So if you didn't want to add as much water, you could add less water and more coconut milk, so that is a lot more creamy than just a little bit of milk in it. But otherwise, I think it's so good. The flavor of this particular chai tea brand, if anybody knows who makes that chai tea for Trader Joe's, tell me in the comments down below, because I don't know where else to buy that brand, and that one is literally my favorite because it's got such a rich flavor. It doesn't get diluted at all when you add milk to it. So that is coffee alternative number 1. Number 2 and number 3, I make the little mixtures myself. So I'm going to show you how I start off again with coconut vanilla unsweetened milk, because I am literally a coconut. I love coconut. So fill my cup with my coconut milk here. So then, you know, not a super fan of the microwave. Some people might talk against it, but I'm gonna just microwave this. So you can put it on the stove if you want to, but I'm gonna nuke it. Sorry, ladies. Okay, so I'm gonna give that about 1 minute. So now in my fridge, I have my turmeric ginger golden milk tea and my matcha tea already, and then you just pop these into a warm cup of non-dairy milk when you're ready to use them. I'm gonna keep these stored in my refrigerator until I do choose to use one.
The first thing I'm doing here is I'm mixing my matcha green tea with a stevia monk fruit packets. Next, I'm going to add a dash or two of cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon, don't add it. Next, I'm adding some vanilla extract for more flavor, followed by a few tablespoons of coconut oil. Now, the recipe to this is either on the link in my blog or it is right below in the description. Double, triple, or whatever you need to do to make sure the recipe is the right size. Now, make sure you stir this very well. You want to get all the clumps out. Get it to a nice liquidy consistency where you don't have really thick clumps of matcha. And then you're going to fill each of these little candy molds. Now, you can buy a different mold. This is just what I had at home, and I've never looked for anything different, and this works out perfectly. So fill them all up. So you're going to pop them in the fridge so that they get chilled and the coconut oil can harden. Once they're done, they're so easy to just pop right out of the tray. And then I like to put them in just a little plastic container.
These are all done. Now I just store them right in the fridge.
Really quickly, I just want to show you these Nutívia MCT powders that come in matcha and turmeric. They are so amazing. So if you don't have the time to make your own green tea lattes or turmeric golden milk lattes, you can absolutely buy these. They're super yummy, and this is not sponsored. I have these in my cabinet for when I run out of my little pods or for when I'm just lazy to make extra pods. They are also really easy to whip up in your warm milk. I just use my little beater and voila, you've got a wonderful matcha or a golden milk. Easy peasy. Now for the golden milk, I mix 1 teaspoon of turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of black pepper. Cayenne is optional, I don't use it. 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. I use about a 1/2 pack of the stevia monk fruit sweetener, and 1 teaspoon of honey or maple syrup, but I do that when I'm mixing it after I make the pods. Now go ahead and double, triple, or whatever you need to do to this recipe to make as many as you need. I also added a splash of vanilla. You can do that in the pods or you can do that later on. Mix it up really well. Again, get out all those chunks. And then you're going to take that same little candy mold and you're going to place all your wonderful golden milk mix right into that mold. Again, we're going to pop this right into the fridge until it hardens, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to pop them back out.
Now these are done, and I'm going to pop them right into my same dish. I am going to only use 1 pod for the amount of milk I have in my cup because I really didn't put much milk in there. It is in. I'm gonna give it a few stirs. There is coconut oil that's holding it together, and as you can see, it's really already dissolving because the powder form has already been mixed in with the coconut oil. Really doesn't have those clumps as if you were to just add powder in here. So I really love that, and it is pretty much dissolved. If you want your golden milk really strong, you could absolutely add 1 more of those pods to this mix. Oh, I took a little taste of it and I want to add a second one. Not strong enough for me. Now that it's all dissolved, you can either do honey or maple syrup if you want, but I'm going to add a little bit of maple syrup in this, just for a little bit of sweetness. I did have the stevia monk fruit extract, powder, but it's really not super sweet. That's perfect. So there we go. I got a little bit of maple syrup in there, my coconut milk, and my little pods that I made, and it's perfectly sweetened. Of course, you can add more honey or maple syrup if you like. You can also add more milk if that suits you. So some people like golden milk with chicken broth, and they like it really savory. I prefer it sweet. I think it's so delicious. And oh, there it is. So I would do the exact same thing if I was making the green tea latte. I would pour my coconut milk, add in my 2 pods, mix it up, add a little bit of maple syrup or some honey, and stir it and enjoy. I find it so yummy, and it's so good for you. Have so many benefits. Turmeric and ginger is anti-inflammatory, and of course you've got the green tea matcha, which is, wow, the kids are playing not nicely. So then you got the green tea matcha, which is so good for you. That has a little bit of caffeine in it, but it's just so nutritious for your body. And then you have the chai tea, which is also very nutritious for you. Chai tea has... What do you want? You can't have my tea. I know, it's so good. Look at that. I don't think you're gonna like it. Oh, you like it? Kid friendly too. Hey. How's that taste? So, oh. Let's not get it. Watch out, the turmeric, it will stain all sorts of things. So don't get turmeric everywhere because it will stain. But like I said, super nutritious for you. And then the chai tea will also have a little bit of caffeine in it, but it's not quite as rough for you as coffee is. I know for me, postpartum and during pregnancy, for pregnancy, I did not like coffee one bit, and then postpartum was just too hard to drink coffee because it was making me get like anxiety. It was crazy. So I drink a little bit of coffee now. You want more? Yeah? I drink a little bit of coffee now, but not near the amounts that I used to drink. Oh, okay, kiddo. So ladies, I hope you like these 3 coffee alternatives. They are literally my favorite. I hope you find that they're tasty and you benefit from them. So if you have any comments or questions or have any requests, go ahead and put them down in the comments below. As always, stay positive, work hard, and God bless. Mahalo for joining me. Aloha. In dire needs, right? And look at me. See, I told you that turmeric, you see? Yellow on my shirt. There it is. It stains so fast, so be careful. Well, that didn't work out so well. This one is frozen. Alrighty then. Okay. And I put 1 packet of the mix per tablespoon. Then I pour that into my tray as well. I have these options to